Here we go, Kevin.
Spam calls, he answers them all.
Some scammy scam.
I beg your pardon, what do you mean by scammy scam?
It's Special K's Telemarketer Turnaround
So you have a beautiful boy.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Everybody told me that.
on the Roula and Ryan Show.
104.1 KRBE.
Everybody
yes.
told me that.
How long can you keep these people on the line before they finally have had enough?
Apparently 16 minutes after yesterday's call.
Oh, my
Don't
gosh.
worry. You're not going to hear that one today. I'll edit it down to my best jokes, which you might actually hear on stage tomorrow because Sam and I will be hosting Pride. That is right in front of City Hall downtown, and then that's from about noon till 6, at which point her and I will scurry on over to the parade, and I think that kicks off around 7:30 p.m., 7:30 p.m., and you can see us in the parade there downtown for New Faces of Pride. So,
Pride! Yay, Pride!
Yeah, that'd be a blast.
if you want to reach out to me to prank a family or friend, just go to krbe.com/prank call requests with an S. Now, today is a telemarketer turnaround. They called me. I don't know what they're even selling today, y'all, but here's what we're going to do.
I don't know what you're trying
We're
to
going to
scam
repeat
at.
the same thing over and over again so we can get them to repeat the same thing over and over again, and it becomes an eternal loop.
Now, how long is the call?
4 minutes long. How many times do you think that I got in the statement? Run that back again for me.
I'm
Run
going
that back.
12.
12. All right.
The average is usually between 8 and 15, so
I'll go 12.
I'll go 15.
Okay, Ryan.
Let's say 10.
All right.
Because you throw in other things, too.
Oh, absolutely. You have to. You got to keep them going. All right. So this is what happened when I hit record and I tried to throw them off the trail.
Yeah, hi, this is Jordan. How are you doing today?
Good morning, Jordan. I just woke up.
Good morning. Good morning, ma'am. Actually, the reason of my call is that just to let you know that there is one important thing. We're going to give you one word. Congratulations, ma'am. Nowadays, we are running a promotion, and in this promotion, you are a qualified customer to getting a 30% reduction in your monthly electricity bill, along with the $100 rebate refund money back to you. So, how does that sound to you?
Good. Can you run that back to the beginning? I didn't catch that.
Okay, let me tell you. I'm saying that right now. So, is that sounds good to you, ma'am?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That was a whole lot. Could you run that back to the beginning for me, please?
Beg your pardon?
Yes, sir. You were going to run it back to the beginning for me. You were talking about some kind of you said $100. You got my attention. I'd like to go. Can you run that back to the beginning for me, please?
Oh, my God.
Okay, let me tell you.
I'm calling from your electric company, and the reason of my call is that, so just to let you know that actually, nowadays we are running our promotion, and in this promotion, we are going to give you
$100 rebate along with a 30% reduction on your electricity bill for the next coming 2 years.
Oh, God, yes. With $100, I could definitely get my rascal back. Could you run that back to the beginning for me, please? I didn't catch all that.
Ma'am, you are getting a $100 along with a 30% discount. Do you have a debit card or a credit card?
Yes, that's the one that they took when they came over my house and pistol whipped me and stole my Ozempic and my credit cards. And they took Mrs. Pickleby's from me, which obviously she turned on them. Little did they know. And she scratched them all up and down. And she came with my debit card. I can pay you with it. Can you run that back to the beginning for me, please? I didn't catch all that.
Ma'am, do you have a credit card?
Oh, yes, sir.
I'm just simply going to put your $100 rebate and send you the money into your credit card. So what's the expiration date on your credit card?
Oh, sir, I actually expired yesterday. You're speaking to a ghost. But I came on back after I heard the Price is Right coming on. You know, you hear that song come on. And what were we talking about? Can you run that back to the beginning? I didn't catch all that.
I have only the one option.
I want the money, honey.
I'm just simply going to send you the money into your card.
Okay, could you please put it on a TJ Maxx gift card? I really, really like their sales. Yesterday I got myself a new pair of knickers.
Listen. I'm just simply going to give you a $100 rebate and send you the money into your card. What's the expiration date on the card?
Could you run that back to the beginning, sir? I didn't catch all that. You're talking so fast. You said you're going to give me money.
What's the expiration date on your card?
Oh, why didn't you ask me that up front? Which card did you want? Did you want the Visa, the MasterCard, the Discovery? I have Chick-fil-A, Costco. I have a library card. I also have this one. It says the Eagle Disco. This one's for Tony's Corner Pocket. I usually tip the dong dancers. They whip me with it sometimes when I come on over there. If I'm good, if I get there early, I get up front and they do a little dance for me and Mr. Picklesby. What number did you need, sir? Can you run that back to the beginning? I didn't catch all that.
I should have stuck with
This
in the middle.
guy was a dirtbag. Oh, let me have your credit card number so I can give you $100. You are
the
dirtbag.
worst.
You
Nine
are
times.
dirtbag. Oh, my
9 times
gosh.
I got
8.
I got 8 also.
I got 8.
I got
the
one more at the end.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Run that back to me. I
Why
have
did
a
he just want the
Costco
expiration?
card.
Why did he want the number?
Well,
first.
he was going to get to that.
was
First, he
leading
wanted
up
the
to it,
expiration.
Yeah.
And what's that 3 little security code, 3 numbers there?
You don't want to give that out ever.
I didn't know I would run into Eloise at Tony's Corner Pocket.
Hey, you have to look for her.
I get there when they open, 7 a.m.
Early bird
Real
special.
early for the dong dancers.
Yeah, you can get breakfast sausage there.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, wow. Okay. If you want to be part of a regular prank call, go to krbe.com/prank call requests, and Kevin can get with the person in your life, and you can all have a laugh. But man, those telemarketer turnarounds, they just keep on
that
coming.
background was driving me nuts.
I know,
I
it
know.
was.
The
That
cubicle
phone
farm.
farm.
I mean, there's
So
hundreds of
crazy.
people doing the same scam
So
all at the
gross.
same time.
Ridiculous.
And not that it's a scam when you call the airline to actually like do something with your actual real travel tickets, but I had to call an airline the other day and the phone farm was so loud. It was so loud. I even said to her, I can hear everything that your cubicle mate's passenger wants.
Yeah.
I go,
I
there's
just got
nowhere-
their confirmation code.
I have their confirmation code. There's nowhere you can be more quiet. I can't understand you. I can't even hear you because all I'm listening to is the lady who wants to go to Ohio.
They can't afford to give them the partition all the way up a little bit higher.
It's so
Or
loud.
some kinda-
It's so loud.
Some kind of like sound deadening thing, you know?
Yeah, on Amazon, you can order those things.
Those little panels, those foam
Dress that
panels.
little box. and
Yeah.
Do
Whisper
voiceovers.
rooms. Oh, that would cost too much money. You know, they're making millions, but they can't have.
Yeah, but if you're being paid, because these guys, it's all about a numbers game with them. So it's like whoever gets the most scams in a day gets rewarded.
If you haven't had something to watch in a while, just go to Max's Telemarketers, the 3-part series. It just irritates and aggravates the crap out of you.
I just don't answer that crap.
No, I
Not
hate
even.
it.
It's not worth answering.
It
your
usually
phone. Even for
says
anybody. Just
potential
if they really
scam.
want you, they'll text you.
That's what I
Or
always
leave a
say.
message.
If I don't have your number locked in my contacts, you have to text me first so I pick it up when you call.
Yesterday, someone called me about one of my properties, and I started messing with them.
Because you didn't know it was real.
No, and then they're like, wait. I was like, oh, no. I'm sorry. Are you? I thought you were a telemarketer.
Okay, you mess with everybody.
I'm so sorry. I thought you were. I mean, I am so sorry.
Yeah, how do you get
'cause
out of it?
I was like, hey, what's going on? That sounds sexy.
Oh, my God.
I'm so sorry. I thought you're telemarketer.
Let me give you guys a little peek.
They had a good laugh.
good
about
I'll give you a
it.
little peek. He messes with everybody. Kevin and I were leaving together yesterday, and we saw a door open, and it was on the bottom floor of this building. There was a bank here for many, many years, and it's empty now. It's vacant. The door's open. So we decided to walk in like, ooh, let's take a look, see where the old vault was and everything. A customer came up thinking that the bank was still there, and Kevin's like, I'm sorry, we ran out of money. We had to shut down. Yes, and he's
Didn't that
messing
person
with
think something was odd? There was
the
nothing in
messing
there.
with the
amount
poor
of people
person.
that still think that bank is open is ridiculous, Roula.
Right, they walked
Like,
up
they
to the
still
window and
think
they're
that
looking for the
bank is
ATM
open.
machine. Kevin's like, yeah, we just ran out of money. We had to shut
How big is the
down.
vault?
I yelled it through the door because there was a little crack. I'm so sorry. We ran out of money. You can't get anything here today.
Could you walk in? Is
Yes.
the vault big enough where you could walk in 10
the
feet?
vault was huge.
With all
And
those
then-
deposit boxes and stuff?
They took out the boxes.
yeah, but I
Wow.
realized that
We'll
if
go see
somebody
it.
shut that vault, you'd die. You'd be stuck
Don't we
in
have a
there.
bunch of restaurants? Is there something downtown where there's a big vault you can go in and have dinner or something?
Oh
Or-
yeah, they used to have one.
It was
Yes.
it was bank.
Yes.
It was
Is it
bank
bank?
at
They had
the
one
Icon
over.
Hotel.
Yeah,
It was
Yeah.
bank at the Icon Hotel,
It's still
but now
there?
what hotel is that? It's not Icon Hotel anymore. What is that? It's a
Like I know it.
boutique hotel.
Didn't Prague? Remember Prague?
Yeah,
They also had
Prague was
one
a bank.
over in the village,
You're right.
too.
Prague was a bank. We used to like broadcast from Prague.
Yeah, a lot of places have that, like in different cities, like Louisville. They have like
Converted an old vault
and
into a
whiskey
club or a
room.
bar.
Yes, and
Urban
here's
room.
what I learned about Cleveland, Ohio, when my husband's cousin got married and we spent days there. There are a lot of restaurants and bars that were bank
Banks,
vaults.
yeah.
Because that was the huge commerce highway in the early days of America. So every other place has a vault inside the building, and they've turned it into a sitting room, a smoking room, a bourbon room.
That's so Ohio.
It was
so Ohio.
No.
It's actually cool, not Ohio. All right, coming up next, we want to take your calls on your unbelievable but true stories for Believe It or Not. 713-390-KRBE. Maybe it happened to you or somebody you know. Tell us about this weird, crazy, unbelievable story next on The Roula and Ryan Show. Brand new song from Coldplay here on the Roula and Ryan Show, 104.1 KRBE. That was good. Somebody just said, thank you for playing Coldplay. I started following them after I interviewed them on Weekends with Roula years ago. Chris Martin, he's so chill. You can't be
cool.
stressed around him.
Yeah.
He's just, hello.
He doesn't strike me as a high-strung guy.
Is he still with Dakota?
They got engaged. Dakota Johnson.
Wow.
Is he
And
really?
Chris Martin, yeah.
I guess he's going the
The
celebrity route for all his
Madam Web
mates.
girl?
Yeah.
Well, she doesn't like to be known as that one.
Christian
Yeah, she
Grey.
don't like that.
No.
I told
50
you so
Shades of
much she's
Grey.
more proud of 50 Shades of Grey than she is that.
Yeah,
50 Shades of
absolutely.
Grey. I remember my wife, when I finally got to the sexy part, we turned it off. We're like, this, even with that, doesn't help this movie.
No. No.
But I haven't clicked the tile of the Madam Web one.
You're not going to want to watch that.
Yeah, if you're like not big into superhero movies, you won't like it.
Oh, it's a
Even if
superhero
you
movie?
are,
It's supposed to be like-
you won't like it.
She's like female Spider-Man. There's a bunch of them, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
City, Sweden, or what's her
her
name?
mom was like a part of the origins of like Spider-Man, apparently, or something like that. I was like half watching it. I didn't really.
Spider Cub.
Yeah,
They're big deal. These like one-offs of different like little spider.
Now, that is not the movie she wants to be
Spider
known
Ham. They did
for.
the Spider Ham.
Oh, that was on
really?
The Simpsons.
Oh, okay.
Spider Pig.
Or
Spider
Pig.
Pig. That's what it was. You're right. Spider
Does
Ham.
whatever a spider pig can.
Real quick, I want to give a shout out to Gunner. It is his birthday today, and he's turning 7.
Hey, happy birthday.
Gunner's
7.
parent, whether it's the mom or dad, texted us at 37530 and said, me and all 3 kids listen every morning. Thank you so much. Even in the summertime, they're up and awake and early, and you turn on KRBE and the Roula and Ryan Show on any device you have in your house that you can just say, hey, Google, or hey, Alexa, play KRBE, or download the 104.1 KRBE
Friday
skill.
birthdays are the best.
Oh, yeah,
they're
you got the whole
awesome.
weekend to celebrate. That's awesome.
You guys do that? Ever like look down the road to see when your birthday is?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Everybody does
Like
that.
by 30th,
Yeah.
what's it going to be?
Well, you want to see if you can
Wednesday.
make it like a weekend.
Yeah.
If you want to get away out,
Yeah.
go out of town, you want to know if you can wrap it
Like
around
a Monday
long weekend or
birthday
something.
sucks.
Monday's
I,
always
I
the
had
worst.
I had a Monday birthday
I think
this
Tuesday's
year.
the ultimate worst.
You
Because
think?
at least
'Cause
on
it's Monday,
Monday
you
you
could
can have the weekend
Monday
off and
you
take
could probably
Monday
do
off.
it the Sunday before.
Yeah, but Tuesday it's like you're just
Blech.
no man's land.
Hey, if you're
Yeah,
just
the
tuning
second
in
Monday
or
of the
just waking up this morning, we were talking. Kevin was finishing up his prank, and I was like, man, this dude pranks everybody. So at 9801 Westheimer, there's some vacancies here. There was a bank down on the first floor, and they shut down a few months ago. And
Over a year now.
Yeah.
has it been over a year?
Yeah,
At least,
definitely.
maybe a year and a half.
I was walking by the hallway back there. I don't know why. Oh, I was going to the bathroom, and I looked and
Ryan's
I
in that one phase where he likes to just
explore.
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 what's going on there?
Well, there's a
Dad
lot of
jeans? Hey,
vacancies
Dad
in the
jeans?
building, so I explored. And I said,
followed
"Hey,
him.
Kev, I wonder if this door is unlocked." Kevin and I walked into the old bank, and we're like, "Oh my god!" You know, it was so cool. We walked into the old vault, and we're like, "Wow, this thing is huge."
I've
And
never
then,
been in a vault. I always wanted to go in a vault.
yeah,
It's not exciting.
Really? It's
It
not-
wasn't
no,
exciting
it
at
wasn't.
all.
They took all the
You
fun
have too
stuff
much
out.
anxiety to go inside a vault.
Well, I mean, I don't want to close the door.
Right, but I'm just saying you.
Like every movie, like a bunny heist and
That's what I was
Inside
thinking.
Man, all these movies that we've seen with.
If I had closed that vault door, we would never seen Kevin again.
Yeah, it was very thick concrete walls from what I could
Yeah,
tell.
if I don't have
and
the
I'm
code
going to
anymore.
guess you probably
No.
can't close that yourself. It's not like you
No,
could.
you
close
could.
it.
I think you could.
You could.
Really?
Yeah, it looked like a nice.
Seemed rather dangerous.
So then we're leaving, and this nice lady comes to the door of the bank. Like she wants to
so
come
funny.
into the bank, and she starts pulling on the door. So I, between the cracks of the door, because you can see daylight
Yeah.
and people can kind of see you through the cracks, I say, I'm so sorry. We ran out of money. Honey, you can't come up in here today. It's all
I'm
gone.
so hard.
And
She
she's
said,
like,
"Why don't you give me some money underneath the door and I'll make change?" And just walk away.
she's like, oh, okay, well, okay.
Well, it's interesting because all the bank logos are gone. If there are two access points to the bank, one from the inside lobby, one from the outside, the doors that you're talking about were the outside doors, the exterior doors, right?
Yes.
But if you go to the elevators here and you go around this little hallway, that's the access door. That's how y'all got in, right?
Yes, it was just open.
It was just wide
So if
open.
somebody walked into the lobby to get to the bank the way they used to go in, they could walk in there and when you see zero logos anywhere, you see zero people, you just see empty desks, wouldn't you have a clue?
I'm telling you,
This
Roula,
place is
I'll
closed?
leave sometimes and there are people be like looking through the windows
Yeah.
like, why isn't the bank open?
It's like muscle memory.
And
They've
the
gone there
ATM is
so
gone.
many times
Yeah,
they
the
don't
ATM's
even
pulled out.
Yeah, the ATM's
So
gone.
we were talking about banks and old buildings that have banks in them. Bank was a restaurant in the hotel
The vaults.
icon when it first opened.
The vaults.
Yes, vaults. Because they are parts of banks, and Bank was the name of the restaurant that was in that hotel. I was saying in Cleveland, Ohio, they have lots of old banks that have been turned into bars and restaurants. And Teresa's on the line. Tell us more about that here in Houston. Hi, Teresa.
Hi there.
Oh, turn your radio
Teresa.
down so you're not confused by the delay, because you'll hear something different on your radio versus your earpiece on your phone. So tell us, do you work in a place, or you know of a place that was a bank vault?
So I do work at the bar. It's in Texas City. It's called Pallet Bar and Grill, and it is on 6th Street.
Okay.
Opened up about 2 years ago and going strong. So it's a great place. It used to be an old bank building back in the day when the owner, Eric Torres, purchased the building. There was 3 main vaults in the building. One vault, the main vault, was the only vault that was actually closed. So he went through the back side of that vault and cut through about 3 feet of concrete and stuff to make like a doorway.
Whoa.
Which he turned that into the actual cooler for where the beer and the kegs for the beer taps are
Good
kept.
idea.
Oh, that's cool.
And he actually cut like where the tellers would make their transactions. He cut the top part of that off, turned that into the bar area, and just reused a lot of stuff. There was an old night deposit drop on.
What's the name of this place?
Pallet Bar and Grill
Pallet Bar
in
and
Texas
Grill.
City,
There's
Texas.
some photos. We can
So you didn't go with the bank
Yeah.
theme.
Well, we do have like where the main vault is. We call it like our little museum. So there was an old desk that was in that bank, and we found like some old like stamps, paperwork, phones, and stuff like that. So we set that up in there, and it's kind of like an enclosed area. The old like clock in thing where they would clock in for work.
Yeah.
And we set it all up in there. Looks like a little office. But he turned 2 of the offices. One used to be for the I think it was like the CEO of the bank, president of the bank, into VIP rooms.
So you know a lot about this place, Teresa. You've only just worked there as an employee and you know all this history, or you also opened this place up?
So I'm a good friend of the owners. And so, yeah, like kind of helped out with he and the family, just kind of building the place up just to get it going.
Oh, okay,
And
cool.
so it took several years for us because we basically did all the work ourselves in there. He definitely put in a lot of work. We all have regular jobs, but we, go after work, put in the work, and stay
find
a
any
lot of
cash?
late nights.
Did you ever find any like,
Hidden
cash
cash.
somewhere? Like
concrete wall?
Not one penny.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
one penny. I mean,
I
there
don't think
was-
people just like give the money away.
Yeah, but you never know somebody that's working there. Maybe they've been stealing
Stash
for
something.
like
Oh, you
years.
mean they
mean,
stashed it
like
somewhere?
taking $5 a day, and then they got fired. They couldn't get to it. And there's like $10,000 behind the wall.
There was absolutely nothing, and we literally like tore down walls and stuff like that.
You
We didn't
looked.
find.
You say, well, we really
anything.
looked.
Everyone
And you know
looks.
what, Teresa? You're not the only place, though, too. Apparently, we're getting some texts at 37530. Thanks for calling, by the way. That there's a place in Katy, is it this head? Katy Crossing in Old Katy is an old bank, and they turned the bar into a freezer. Another person said the Icon Hotel is so cool. We went on a ghost tour there.
Oh, that place is really interesting.
They actually closed the vault one time, and a homeless person was in there. What do you mean they closed it? You mean they opened it?
They
'cause it had
trapped a
been
person
closed
in
and there was
there?
Somebody in there?
Squatting?
Find some Chester Copperpot bones?
They own it?
You know who Chester Copperpot is?
No.
No.
Come on, Goonies Forever. Y'all don't know Chester Copperpot.
Oh.
Chester
remember.
Oswald Cobblepot is the penguin.
And I kept thinking of the penguin guy.
Penguin?
Chester
Which, by the way, is going to be
was trying to
debuting on
find the
Max.
treasure, and he made it the furthest than anybody else, but he still got bamboozled, and they just came across his clothes on his skeleton. So I imagine, like, what, you open the vault and the homeless person was just Chester Copperpot up in there?
Some about guys, we like vaults, we like tunnels.
Things that are abandoned.
Secret rooms. I remember looking at a house, and in the office, they had 2 secret rooms. One was a bathroom in it, closet. I'm like, we just love this stuff.
Was it like a safe room or just like a...
I mean, I guess it did have a lock, so it could be a safe room.
Old abandoned properties fascinate me. By the way, if you go to my Instagram right now, I took a picture of Special K behind the bank teller in the abandoned bank.
Bank counter.
I'm going to go in there today.
Yeah, you going?
Could you see where the button for the alarms?
Everything had been ripped out.
Nope. All that was left was just furniture, bare furniture.
Yeah, and it's like about
So you're
900
saying
degrees in
there's
there.
furniture? Who needs a desk?
Yeah, I know. Maybe you can remove those. Roula.
It's attached to the floor.
Oh, okay. It's not free
They
for
still
all.
have the die packs? Is that still a thing?
Oh, the die packs?
Or
Oh, my
technology
God.
has
I don't know.
changed?
Somebody that works in a bank, Texas at 37530.
Or is it like-
put die packs in those
I think
bags?
they do. I was just finished this documentary on Netflix. It's How to Rob a Bank, and it's really interesting about this guy in Seattle. They called him the Hollywood robber. He kept hitting the same banks over and over and over again back in the 90s, and he lived in this giant tree house in the woods. And they finally caught him. I mean, well, they closed in on him, and I don't want to do a spoiler how it ends, but it's really good.
But it's like nowadays with technology with air tags and stuff, you don't even have to have. You just have that money. You could have something in the dollar bill or the $100 bill that could track them.
Yeah.
They did. They put
Tracking
tags on it. You're right.
devices.
They put these little
And
tags
put
on the
some
bills.
red X's on these $100 bills, and if you spend any with red X's, I know you robbed.
You ever
this
see people?
bank.
I saw a good meme. Someone goes, whenever I go to the dollar store and I use a $100 bill, they always use that marker to see if it's real or fake. The person's like, if I could make fake $100 bills, you think I'm going to dollar store?
No, it's a
Dollar
perfect
Tree.
place to launder your
hell
money.
No, I'm going to go somewhere big.
You get 99 crisp new ones.
No, you want big item. What are you going to go in there and buy one item and get $99 back?
Who has cash anymore?
That's a good idea.
I'm surprised they even have that much cash to give you change. Is
Yeah. Hey,
don't
criminals,
care
if you want to
cash.
launder your money, go to the dollar store.
that the message? That's a real sinister laugh there, Ryan.
I've watched too many shows.
Coming up next, Ben Affleck would like to let you know he's not miserable, but he does have something to say about those resting witch faces he makes. You'll hear it next in Scoop on the Roula and Ryan Show.
This is Roula and Ryan's Celebrity Scoop.
On KRBE.
Okay, so we're just a few minutes away at 8 o'clock, your first chance of the day for our exclusive event with Wallows at the Rustic Downtown. 8 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 5 o'clock, and 7 o'clock is your chance to get access to the Q&A and the private session with Wallows. We were just saying off the air, I mentioned this last hour, but off the air we were watching some footage of Donald Sutherland, who passed away at the age of 88. If you are a Hunger Games child, this is President Snow.
Yes.
If you watched JFK, he's one of the FBI insiders that told Kevin Costner's character all the tea on what really sinister is happening in the government.
He's a great actor.
Gosh, what did I know him from? I feel like the most, his voiceover for car commercials was really, I think, what I grew up with. I didn't know that was the voice behind my commercial generation.
He did so much. He made the vast majority of his money from voiceover.
Because he was never like the main actor, really, was he?
No, he played character actors. But what a great guy. I was telling Roula while the song was playing that in the movie Animal House, he's in that. The comedy classic. It was the biggest R-rated comedy ever made up until Deadpool. There's a nude scene. Karen Allen plays a scene where she had to show her butt. And she was so freaked out and upset about it. He said, look, if it makes you feel any better, I'll show mine. So he actually, Donald Sutherland, at that point in his career, was a very esteemed actor. And he showed his naked butt in that just so she wouldn't feel bad.
And we all lost on that one.
But she still had to show her butt. He was in many, many movies. Kiefer Sutherland is his child. In case you didn't know that, is your mind being blown right now that Kiefer Sutherland is Donald Sutherland's kid? I think everybody knows that. Everybody knows that.
The Lost Boys?
Yep.
Yeah.
That guy?
Yeah. And from Stand By Me, first time I saw Kiefer Sutherland in a movie, he was the bad guy in Stand By Me.
He played
was the
bad guys a
bully.
lot, I felt.
He did.
Always the bully, because I saw him in Stand By Me and I saw him in Lost Boys. I was just terrified of him.
Was he in Flatliners?
He was
Yes,
in
and
Flatliners.
Flatliners too.
Yeah.
Anyway, he paid
Original
tribute to
one.
his late dad, saying, with a heavy heart, I tell you, my father, Donald Sutherland, has passed away. I personally think one of the most important actors in the history of film. Never daunted by a role, good, bad, or ugly. He loved what he did, and he did what he loved, and one can never ask for more than that. A life well lived. So, 88 years old, Donald Sutherland. We see a lot of him today.
He had suffered a long illness.
Yes,
That's
but
what
they did not
said.
specify what it was. So Ben Affleck would like you to know that he's not a miserable man. I know there's all this talk out there that J-Lo and Ben haven't been photographed together in a long time, and they're straining the relationship, and J-Lo has a whole road behind her of failed relationships, and they tried 20 years ago, and everyone thought this was going to work, and it's not working, and there's all this stuff going on about that.
People live and love to tear down others. They want to see famous people fail.
What are you talking about? Are you new? Hello?
How long you been on this show?
You ever watch it?
It's that whole Schadenfreude concept. I know.
You were raised on soap operas. That was the whole thing. You wanted somebody to get together so bad, and then when they got together, it's boring. And then 2 episodes later, like, okay, let's make
I just don't know why people get their jollies with that.
So,
I mean, you literally got your jollies off of sending us a meme of some girl with a lazy eye yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
That was CGI. That wasn't real.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, because you like to laugh at people's misfortunes.
No,
it's
I
okay.
do not.
I know. I know you want to put me in that vault.
I do. I'm gonna slam you into that vault.
Kevin Hart's Heart to Heart podcast
I'm watching you.
featured Ben Affleck, and Ben said, I'm actually not miserable or mad as I look in those paparazzi photos that are getting posted all the time. I'm also a little bit shy. I just don't like a lot of attention. People see me and they're like, why is this dude always mad? Because somebody has their camera stuck to my face. He said that when he's at home, his family will ask him, something wrong, Dad? Because of the way his resting witch face is. He just has a resting hard face, he calls it. I'm like, nothing. I'm just thinking. Something wrong? And they're like, oh, it looks like something's wrong with you. He said that the things people assume about him are not accurate. People project something onto him that he doesn't feel about himself at all. And here's some audio from that Heart to Heart podcast where he's talking about the level of fame of Jennifer Lopez when he was around with his kids. Now, I want you to listen carefully to this story, because are we to believe him that he and Jennifer Lopez and all of their kids walked 1.5 blocks in Times Square? 1.5 blocks in Times Square. That pod of people. No security, or
You could.
why would you choose to do this?
Wintertime and you got hats on and stuff.
Why would you choose to do this? You're J-Lo and Ben and your children. You're going to get out of a car and walk 1.5 blocks?
You want to feel normal. You want to be like
Let's
us.
hear the story.
We went to, my daughter is always throwing out titles for her autobiography, because I said this to her, of course. You show them your weaknesses, and they're like, oh, let me poke that for you. She was like, we went somewhere with Jen. I can't remember, because she's so famous and she creates this. People love her, and she really represents something important to people. People are like, hey, I like your movie. J-Lo! It's amazing. You know what I mean? I think it was when we rolled through Times Square. We had to get out of the car. We were going to a play, and I was like, we gotta walk 1.5 blocks. Get out with her, all the kids, through Times Square. Bananas. Yeah. I was like, oh my God. I was like, what is she tripping? And there's a lady in a full, purple, you can see on the internet somewhere, she's smoking weed. She wearing a purple skin tight suit. She's a big, heavy lady. And she sees it. She starts running backwards, filming, going, J-Lo! It's like a herald that then gets everyone else. And then they're all tourists, whatever, just woof. Then I'm moving. We got our 5 kids, me and Jen, and it's like, it feels like hundreds of people. And they're all screaming. Cool. And my daughter just turns to me and goes, J-Lo was my stepmother. I was like, that's a good title. You got another.
I didn't catch it. He said an S-bomb there.
Yeah, Kevin Hart says you can't
Kevin
say
Hart says an S-bomb. Oops, sorry. Anyway, Kevin Hart said you got to just roll with it, because, you can't let that.
I'd rather hang out with Ben Affleck than J-Lo.
Oh,
yeah, me too. He sounds like a lot more
I like
fun.
to talk about his stories, maybe because I grew up and
actually, I'd like to hang out with Matt Damon and Ben Affleck.
Well, Matt Damon is
together.
The one I like the most.
I found that J-Lo was very kind and very easy to make her laugh.
Really?
She let me do a full character interview with my terrible Russian accent. And then she let me.
What was the event you were?
It was the Billboard. It was the Billboard Music Awards that y'all sent me out to.
She played along.
She really did, and I was like, "Look, you were in Living Color. You know about comedy.
She was a fly girl,
right? So I wanted to do something different. You've done 30 interviews today. Why don't we do something different?" She's like, "Yes, let's do that." And it was so much fun. And that was when she was dating Casper, who was so hot. And then I got to meet him too. I was like, "Can I interview you too?" And he said no.
We forgot about him. The dancer.
Casper was the backup dancer.
Yes, and he was fine.
Oh yes.
But he also cheated on her, and then she took him back.
When you look like that,
Was that the rule?
That's not okay,
If
Ahmad.
you're that good
That's not okay, Ahmad.
If you're hot, you can
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Roula and Ryan Show on KRBE with what's going down in H-Town.
Hey, tomorrow night, if you're looking for something fun to do, it's at 7 o'clock. It's called Fashion Fitness Swim. It's an event benefiting the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. But, y'all, this is going to be so much fun. Over 70 runway models showing off the hottest summer trends. The event is at Black Market. That's at 1201 Main Street. You buy your ticket, you get free food and drinks. There's guest speakers, photo booths, exhibits. It's a great party date night. You can get your tickets at fashionfitnessswim.com. I will be your MC tomorrow night. Now, I saw the story on Click2 Houston. Is it legal to rescue a dog from a hot car when the windows are rolled up here in Houston, Texas? You know, we've all seen something like that where, oh, man, they left their dog inside
Well, you
the
smash
car.
a window to get a baby out. Wouldn't you smash a window to get an animal out?
Well, here's the answer. According to civil practices and Liberty Code in the state of Texas, it's legal to rescue a person from a car in the heat, but that does not protect you from animals. You cannot do that. If you break that window, you will get the bill for the broken car
What
window.
if it's like a Tesla? You don't even know it's on.
There you go.
You break it thinking it's
Oh,
off.
that would be terrible.
So they say if the car is parked outside of a business or restaurant, alert the owners. Call the authorities if you think the animal appears to be in life-threatening danger. But if you break that window, you're going to be paying the bill.
Well, some people want to break it just because it's faster to act.
I think I would
Then
too.
by the time-
Like if I was going to save the dog's life, I'm like, that's fine. Give me the bill. Whatever.
Bust that window.
Yeah, you're a jerk if you.
Because
leave
remember,
your
dogs are
animal in
wearing
there.
fur coats.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We're hot in just our regular skin.
Oh, also,
the dog
Eric,
has a fur coat on.
I've seen Teslas. They have like a dog mode, and it'll say on the screen like the car is in dog mode.
Also, it'll pop up so if people
Are you
look in, they'll
serious?
see
Yeah,
it.
I've seen that
Interesting.
before. Yeah.
I'll have to look at it.
You know what's weird is like when I put my dog on the seat, it'll mess up the airbags. I get the light comes on, like airbag
Certain
disabled.
weights. Women put that with their purse down there. If it's 20 pounds, they'll think somebody's on there.
Well, the
sitting there.
seatbelt ding goes off.
Yeah.
Ding, ding. They think
Hey,
it's
do you have the audio of the Tradio guy?
Radio Tradio,
Oh,
listener line.
We're going to do that next.
We're gonna do it.
Yeah,
I
We're
love
going to
that
see
bit.
what we get.
We'll see. It's summertime. We don't know. Who knows?
713-390-KRBE. This is where we've done it in a while, and somebody asked us to do it, where you call us up. The item has to be less than $250, and you have to give us the information of how the person can contact you on the item you want to sell. You want to unload something that's $250 or less. Call us at 713-390-KRBE, and then we can help you find a buyer. It's basically a yard sale on the radio.
Yeah, but maybe you're looking through your stuff like, oh, this is nice.
We've sold wedding dresses before.
Yeah. This is what the guy.
Yeah, you used to do a segment, Radio Tradio, basically on-air barter system where someone might have something of value that they're willing or needing to sell. I don't know if you still do that or if you're planning on bringing that back. Hopefully you'll have that segment again.
I got a
Where we
tractor
are
to sell.
right now.
What's funny is we haven't done this probably in like 3 years. We used to do it once in a while as a parody of
Yeah,
when I grew
small
up.
town radio that does this.
I grew up in Illinois, and
It's
I did this.
fun.
Every day we did this for an hour.
So if
let's
you
see
got
what we get.
something you want to unload, you can call us right now at 713-390-KRBE.
And make sure you have an email address that you are prepared to give out that doesn't have 17 numbers in it.
Underscore 43 39 72.
Blank
Oh,
underscore
yeah.
blank dot blank at blank. Make it simple
Have an
so people
easy
can
way.
find the contact to buy it from you. Okay, 713-390-KRBE, Radio Tradio next on The Roula and Ryan Show.